Okay, let's get right into it. You know that feeling when you're reading something and it's like wading through thick mud? Or, hey, maybe you've written something yourself and just had that sinking feeling that it wasn't landing with any real punch. Well, we're going to fix that right now. We are going to turn that muddy writing into powerful, crystal clear prose.
This quote, it just nails the problem, doesn't it? So often, we just kind of splash words onto a page and hope a clear picture magically appears. It's a huge headache for writers, and honestly, it's torture for readers. And that's exactly what we're here to solve today.
Because, let's be real for a second, the number one most important goal of all writing is clarity, period. Above everything else. When your writing is muddy, you're not just confusing your reader, you're actually sending a signal that maybe, just maybe, you don't really know what you're talking about.
Now, the source material for this whole idea has a fantastic name for this problem: the bartender's burden. Just picture it. You're at a bar, you ask for a drink, but instead of just, making the drink, the bartender launches into this long, rambling story about the entire history of alcohol. That's the bartender's burden, and it's exactly what we do to our readers.
This is it. This is exactly what it feels like to read that kind of writing. You're just sitting there thinking, get to the point. But the writer is way off in the weeds talking about ancient civilizations. Look, this doesn't build suspense. It just makes your reader want to close the tab and walk away.
So, what's the fix? How do we stop being that rambling bartender and just serve the drink? Well, believe it or not, the answer comes from a classic TV detective.
No, I'm serious. The key to unlocking powerful, clear writing is hidden in episodes of the old 1970s TV show Columbo. It's this one simple but totally game-changing idea that flips the whole mystery formula upside down.
And this is where the magic happens. Look at the difference. The bartender's burden makes us guess and wander, and we just lose interest. But the Columbo principle, it does something totally radical. It tells us who the killer is in the first few minutes. It gives away the ending. It states the thesis, the main point, right away. The mystery isn't what you're going to argue. The real mystery is how you're going to prove it.
So, the mission is to start strong. And to help with that, we've got 3 incredibly practical blueprints you can use to put the Columbo principle into action in your very next introduction. Think of them as your new go-to toolkit.
Your options are simple but so effective. Option 1, just start with the question. Literally, why do we tip people we'll never see again? Option 2, be bold. Lead with your big declarative answer. Europeans dominated the world because of geographic luck. Or, option 3, hook them with a quick, interesting story that perfectly tees up your question and your answer.
Okay, so we've sorted out the big picture structure. Now, let's zoom in, way in, to the sentence level and go after the single biggest energy drain in all of writing, the passive voice. Seriously, this is a habit we've got to break.
I mean, the difference is just night and day. Active voice is direct. Subject, verb, object. I ran the race. It's strong, it's clear, it has energy. Passive voice just flops it all around. The race was run by me. It's indirect, it's wordy, and it's weak. It just sucks the life right out of your writing.
The author of our source has this hilarious theory about why we all cling to the passive voice. He says it's like we're stuck in a bad relationship. We know it's not good for us, but we can't break up with it because it lets us hide. It creates distance between us and our own arguments, so we don't have to fully own them.
So from now on, I want you to banish phrases like "it will be argued" or "it has been shown." Just stop, take the leap. Say, "I argue that," or "this paper shows that." Own your ideas. Your writing will instantly sound more confident and so much more powerful.
All right, let's keep this momentum going. Time for a rapid-fire round. Here are 3 more super essential rules, inspired by the great George Orwell, that'll make your sentences pop.
First, run a cliché check. If a phrase just pops into your head without any thought, it's probably a cliché. Scrap it. Second, take your writing to the chop shop. Omit every single needless word. Be ruthless. And third, ditch the jargon. Don't use a complicated word when a simple everyday word does the job just fine.
Okay, want to see that chop shop rule in action? Just listen to this monster of a sentence. It's working so hard to sound smart and academic that it barely says anything at all. It's just fluff.
And bam! That's the magic right there. We chopped away all that fat, and we're left with 5 clear, powerful words that mean the exact same thing. This is what we're talking about. This transformation is everything.
So what's the big takeaway here? It all comes down to one thing.
The real secret to powerful writing isn't some crazy, complex formula. It's just a relentless, disciplined pursuit of clarity.
So here it is. Here's your brand new toolkit. You're going to use the Columbo principle and get your main point out right up front. You're going to start strong with one of those 3 intro blueprints. You're going to write in the active voice and own your arguments. You're never going to be that rambling bartender again. And you're going to polish every sense by cutting the cliches, the fat, and the jargon. You do these things, and your ideas will just transmit like magic straight from your brain into your readers.
And really, that's what this is all about. You have good ideas. You have important things to say. They absolutely deserve to be heard. So the only question left is, are you going to let muddy writing get in the way and silence them?